Hey guys, so I pre-recorded a video for the mamas a couple of weeks ago, and it is time for it to come out. But within that time, a movie called Straw came out, and so before I put that clip in, I really wanted to talk a little bit about how I felt about the movie and to just kind of talk about coming from a perspective of another mother who does a lot of things or have in the past done a lot of things on her own. The movie Straw was more about mental health than it was about a single mom, and I think that's why there's so many mixed emotions about it. So at the end of the day, this woman is a single woman, and she's struggling. And one thing I do want to point out is that this is how generational curses happen. And so sometimes if you're a Christian and you look at movies and you see it from your standpoint, just understand that every household hasn't been introduced to God in the way that you may have been introduced to God. So her having children out of wedlock, or now things not working out with the baby's father, which we don't know because they didn't give why she was a single mom and why she lived in poverty and things like that. But just know that sometimes it's just cycles that keeps happening until someone comes along and break that cycle. So I wanted to point that out, for one. And for two, yeah, she was struggling, and in the movie showed a lot of drastic things. And will things, or do things happen so drastically back to back like that? Likelihood, no. But the point was that when it rains, it pours. And so your day starts off one way and it just trickles and just comes, and then before you know it, you robbed a bank and you didn't even intend to rob a bank. So at the end of the day, that is usually how it happens, especially when you're doing it alone. You don't have a partner, you don't have a God to go to. I don't recall her calling out to God throughout the movie. I may be wrong, but I think that's a very important aspect to remember, that for someone who doesn't have that God that they serve, they don't have an outlet or for someone to go to physically here on earth, and they don't have the heavenly realm either. So that makes things a little bit harder. But I felt her to the core. I cried with her, I worshiped with her, I prayed for her through the movie. I went through lots of emotions, not in a bad way, in a good way. But at the end of the day, it was about the mental health, and how if you don't take care of your mental health, one bad thing can make everything change. Because where do you go after you have that one bad thought or that one bad emotion, especially when you don't have a partner, especially when you don't have friends? The movie didn't show. She did have one friend, and that friend was at work. That friend was working just as hard as her. Okay, so I wanted to make this quick because my video, I don't know how long it is, but so yes, at the end of the day, she had one friend who knew her, and I love that even when the police were coming and they were asking questions, like, she was able to say that she knew her. And then she went into the bank. And so I think another thing was just, she had a certain standard that she had upheld, that although she didn't have tons of friends and tons of family, people saw her and they remember routines, they remember steps that she made, and they knew, like, this is not her personality. But the people that did not know her, they continued on their day to day, and then that's what led to more tragic things happening. So I think another thing to really think about is, do you know the people that you labor amongst? Do you know the people that you encounter daily? And just the importance of being more mindful as you go doing your day to day. Like, as you go through your day, that you're being mindful of how you encounter people. You have no idea what just happened to them prior to that moment. But I think at the end of the day, when we realize what actually had happened at the end, of that she was just functioning off of a horrible mental state, it saddened my heart, because that's how it goes. You get numb, and before you know it, you've walked into doors that you weren't expected to walk into. You've entertained people that you weren't expected to entertain. You have developed habits that you did not plan to develop. And then that's how generational curses happen. You start a thing, you create a habit, you live in a certain neighborhood, you have certain expectations in your life that you don't want anything greater, or you don't do anything greater, or something hasn't opened up for you. And then now you're raising a kid who's in that same environment, who also doesn't get the opportunity to walk into the purpose that God purpose on their life. So I wanted to just address that movie before I posted about the mamas. And so it was such confirmation that God even gave me a word to give to the mamas, because I had been cruising the internet streets and I realized that everybody wants to be a single mom now. A lot of people are getting divorced, and a lot of people are separating. And now all of a sudden, that's like a big thing. Everyone's social media is single mom, single mom, single mom. And it's like, you don't know what a single mom is. Like, I don't I don't want to get into it, but the algorithm was algorithming, and I was like, whoa, I didn't know so many people thought or think that being a single mom is something to be highlighted and praised. But I've seen it so much. There's a lot of people getting divorced, and there's a lot of people separating, and everyone is saying, oh, I separated from my husband, I'm a single mom, and they're tagging themselves and hashtagging single mom. But y'all don't know what a single mom is. And I've had help, and I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful to God that He is my provider. He's my father. He's my friend. And when He fathers me, He sends me people. And I can't even express the gratitude I have. I'm just so grateful, because I've seen some hard seasons. I've seen some really hard seasons. I've seen seasons where I'm like, man, God, where are you at? But I also understand that I made choices within my free will. I knew what I was doing when I did it. It was within my free will. I turned away from the Lord, and I walked the path that I wanted to walk. And once I came back into the kingdom, back into Christ, He grabbed me. He grabbed a hold of me, and He has held me tight since. He has helped me. He has provided for me. He has comforted me. And I pray that the person that is listening to this, that the person that is watching this, who is struggling right now and feels like they can't see God or feel God or don't know how He's going to help them in their situation, trust me, I know Him to be the Father, to be the man that I need Him to be in every season I needed Him to be it in. And there were some hard seasons, but He showed Himself true every single time. I'm telling you, cling on to God. Cling on to God. Your situation can get better, and it may not get better overnight, but it can. He's an instant God. He's a miraculous God. He does miracles when he decides to do the miracle. He knows what His perfect will is. We don't. Just walk in faith and obedience, and trust me, He will open doors that no man can shut. He will comfort you. He's near you. He's dear to you. Trust me. Call on God. Grasp and cling onto Him. He's waiting for you, just like the prodigal son. You have access to God the same way the person that has a better life than you has access to God. You're no different. He wants to love you and protect you and comfort you just like He does everybody else. All right, that's it. I didn't plan for that to go there. I wanted to talk about the movie Straw. I actually don't know if this is even going to be too long so that I can add the other video. But even if I can, I just post this, then maybe I'll do a part 1 and a part 2. I don't know. But this was heavy on my heart, as I'm filled with so much emotion about this, because I want my brothers and sisters to know that they have access to God. The veil has been torn. You have direct access. All you have to do is call on Him, and He's ready for you to answer. He's waiting for you. He's waiting for you to receive Him. And before He comes, every person will come to know God, have an opportunity to come to know God, but you have to decide to receive Him into your life. He's waiting. He's waiting for us. He's a patient God, and He's waiting for us. And you don't have to jump in and think that you have to be perfect. You don't have to say, well, I got to stop smoking first. I got to stop drinking first. I got to stop cussing first. No, come as you are. He tells us to come as we are. Come as you are. Let Him do the work. He will work it out. He will work through you over time. And some things He's going to fix instantly, and some things it's going to take time. but He's the one that you should trust with your time. We trust everything else. We trust our cars. We trust the roof over our heads. We trust the clothes that we're wearing. We trust everything else, but we don't want to trust God. So I'm here to encourage you. Trust Him. Grab onto Him. Cling onto Him. You got this. All right. Bye. Hey, friends. I'm Krista Victoria, and today I want to speak directly to the moms, especially those who are feeling like they're doing a lot, maybe even everything. Now, this video is titled Single Mom Strength, but I want to make it clear I'm not a single mom, and that distinction matters. I'm a full-time mom, and there's a difference. I have help. My children's fathers are present and involved. I have a support system of friends, loved ones, and family. I have a tribe that shows up when I need them. Most importantly, I have God walking with me every step of the way. But just because I'm not doing it all alone doesn't mean it's easy. Being a full-time mom still means I'm constantly pouring from myself, constantly planning, caring, adjusting, and giving. And let me tell you, that kind of commitment doesn't come with a clock. Out time. Yeah. I don't get off at 5. There are no guaranteed breaks. Motherhood doesn't ask for permission. It demands presence. And I want to be present. And I wouldn't trade any of this for the world. But I'd be lying if I said it doesn't get heavy sometimes. Yeah, I see you. Trust me, I'm her too. You see, people often look at moms and say, "You're so strong," or "I don't know how you do it." And truth is, we don't always know either. We just wake up and do it out of love, out of responsibility, out of calling. For me, motherhood is rooted in faith. I don't rely on my own strength alone because I know it'll run out. It has run out when it was just me. But God, He renews me daily, sometimes in small ways, like quiet moments with my coffee. That's why I get up early. Other times, it's through a word from someone who doesn't even know what I'm going through. That's how I know He sees me. He sees you too. Now, let's talk about this phrase, doing it all. When I say it casually, like that's what we do. We just casually say, we're doing it all. But let's be honest, doing it all does not mean we're doing it well all the time. Some days I feel like a superwoman. Other days, I'm just trying to keep my house clean and get dinner cooked and on the table without crying. Both days are valid. Both days are motherhood. So to the moms who feel like they're spinning plates, I see you. The ones working full-time jobs and raising children, I see you. The ones homeschooling, I see you. The ones balancing therapies, sports, appointments, bedtime routines, I see you. You're doing more than enough, girl. There was a season where I was literally barely sleeping, trying to show up for my kids, finish school, work, working multiple jobs, still trying to be emotionally present. Oh, and I just had to learn to ask for help. I'm still learning to ask for help. Not because I'm weak, but because it's wise. Help doesn't make you less of a mom. It makes you human. I'm learning to be more human. I thank God for my support system, from my children's fathers to my friends who step up and babysit, to the people who check in on me with a simple, "How are you doing today?" That community is grace. And grace is something we all need. Like, I don't know what I would do if I did not have that grace of people. So, to my moms who are doing it all alone, now to the mothers who don't have the support system, I want to say this to you carefully and with love. I honor you. You are not weak because you're tired. You're not failing because it feels hard. You're not forgotten because no one asks or no one thanks you. You are raising future leaders, future lovers of God, future world changers. And while the world may not see you and see the seeds that you're planting, heaven does. God sees every dish you wash, every tear you cry in private, every night you go without so that they can have more. You are not alone, even if it feels like it. So today, I want to speak life over every kind of mom. Single moms, full-time moms, tired moms, hopeful moms. Whether you're in a season of survival or overflow, God is walking right beside you. You don't have to carry it all. You just have to carry it to Him. And before I close, I want to say this. Be kind to yourself. Motherhood is not about perfection. It's about presence. It's about trying again tomorrow. It's about grace. So, from one full-time mom to another, keep going. You're doing better than you think. And if this encouraged you in any way, I'd love for you to follow along this journey with me. We are doing real life over here, okay? One day at a time, led by faith, covered in grace. Thank you.